ETE Chronicle is a game where you're not playing. You're ritualistically sacrificing your sanity to a waifu war engine that whispers, "Just one more pull," while kicking you down a lore rabbit hole filled with cursed mechs, questionable AI morality, and 3D models so dangerously hot they should come with a seizure warning and a fire extinguisher. But starting off the game right can be difficult, especially when you're given a free infinite reroll so early in the game, which is where I come in. Today, I'm gonna walk you through the ultimate ETE Chronicle tier list, compiled through my own playing and numerous tier lists found online for ultimate accuracy. So buckle in, cause we're in for a wild ride. Let's break this down into 3 tier lists, S, A, and B. First, S tier. These are the most important characters in the game, the pillars of your team, the very foundation for success. Characters that you'll want to work towards obtaining because they're game breaking and absolutely dominate in every aspect of the game. Avenger, a high damage firepower unit that attacks primary targets, excels in naval battles. Bolt, a high durability special type, excels in naval battles. Caspamore Type 3, a highly tank heavy type unit that excels at naval battles, also great at reducing target armor. Centaur Type 2, a high durability firepower unit, excels in land warfare. Char MK5, a high durability firepower unit with self-recovery, excels at dealing damage to all enemies. Iwato, a special attacker with great durability, dealing electric damage, excelling in land battles. Izumo Prototype, a heavy armor type unit that excels at tanking, also dealing heavy damage and shielding all allies, excelling in naval battles. Schmelzführer, a high damage special type unit with high mobility, excelling in gun attacks, applying a melt effect to targets. Seablade, a firepower type unit that largely excels against multiple front row enemies, excelling in naval battles. Sentinel, a support type unit that reduces AoE damage, shielding her party, excelling in aerial battles. Thunder FX, a heavy type unit that has high durability, excels against front row enemies, reduces physical damage, and excels in aerial battles. Yeah, jack of all trades. Waveless, an offensive buffer that has high firepower, high crit rates, and great single target damage, excelling in land battles. White Swan, a firepower unit, excelling in back row deployment and AoE attacks. Zephyr, a heavy type unit that deals heavy physical damage, can self-heal, has great balance stats all around, and excels in aerial battles. That is it for S tier characters. Next we have A tier. These are decent characters. They are fine alternatives to the S tier heroes. These are characters that you can settle on. That'll do fine throughout the game, but will also likely require better team synergy and significantly more resources to get the best result from, especially comparatively to the S tier heroes. Apocalypse, a special unit that excels in land battles. August, a firepower unit that excels in land battles. Caesar, a support unit that excels in naval battles. Dawnbreaker, a support unit that excels in land battles. Dragon, a heavy type unit that excels in naval battles. Flying Shark, a firepower unit that excels in aerial battles. Fortress, a heavy type unit that excels in naval battles. Jotun, a firepower unit that excels in land battles. Kirishima, a special unit that excels in naval battles. Kotetsukai, a firepower unit that excels in land battles. Leo Hunter, a heavy type unit that excels in aerial battles. Longbow, a firepower type unit that excels in aerial battles. Morning Mist, a firepower unit that excels in naval battles. Raikiri 16th type, a firepower unit that excels in land battles. Rams, a heavy type unit that excels in land battles. Saxony, a special type unit that excels in naval battles. Split Key, a special unit that excels in land battles. Stacker Wind, a special type unit that excels in aerial battles. Strike, a special type unit that excels in land battles. Tornado IS, a firepower unit that excels in aerial battles. Wasp, a firepower unit that excels in aerial battles. White Hawk, a special unit that excels in aerial battles. Evidently, there are more A tier heroes than there are S tier. Additionally, I'm sure you noticed that I elaborated a little less on specifically what these characters are good at, how useful they are, or what kind of utility they bring to not only the characters themselves, but your overall team. And honestly, it's because they're characters that are, for the most part, going to be completely avoided. Not because they're terrible, but because, I mean, you can fill a full team of S tier heroes and they're going to absolutely decimate any team that features any A tier hero. So I mean, like, realistically, what's the point? Before we go any further, I do want to take a moment here to thank all of my incredible patrons over on Patreon and my YouTube channel members who allow for me to continue to do dedicated videos like this every single day. You guys are absolutely phenomenal, and I genuinely cannot thank you all enough for the support. And then finally, B tier. These aren't terrible characters per se. Okay, you know what? No, they are kind of terrible. But these are the characters that you'll probably want to avoid. Not entirely useless characters. They're all capable of clearing the vast majority of basic content found in the game, but at what price? Chieftain, a special unit that excels in land battles. Liar MX, a special unit that excels in land battles. Asafune type 90, a heavy type unit that excels in land battles. Silverbat, a firepower unit that excels in aerial battles. Unite, a support unit that excels in aerial battles. And finally, Zero Wing, a special unit that excels in aerial battles. Evidently, there aren't nearly as many B tier heroes as there are for S or A tier, and admittedly, that's probably for the best. But these are the heroes that you should be aiming for. S tier first, followed by A tier if you're unlucky. If you enjoyed the tier list though, I do plan on having a beginner's guide coming shortly as well. That way I can help you start off right. If you have absolutely no idea what ETE Chronicle is though, then evidently you haven't been watching my channel, but let me go ahead here and give you a quick little TLDR. The world ended. Surprise! Humanity got absolutely clapped into digital confetti by cosmic AI horror entities and the remnants of their own hubris. So, now the last flickering remnants of civilization are piloting hot anime murder bots called ETEs, because apparently the only thing that could stop a machine apocalypse is a group of girls with swords, drama, and extremely impractical heels. You, dear player, are the commander, or a commander, rather, which in classic gacha lore means that you're the only half-sane meatbag left who can operate the god tier units without immediately turning into a philosophical smear on the wall. You're in charge of wrangling these emotionally unstable combat waifus while the world burns in neon flame and corrupted data ghosts try to unzip reality. Whether you should play or not, well, we're gonna go ahead and discuss that in a separate video. Until then, you know what? Why not just try the game out for yourself? What's the worst that could happen? Hey, where do you think you're going? I see what you're doing there. I see you navigating on over, scrolling on over to that X button. Don't you dare. What I need you to do is take a moment and click one of the videos that are about to appear as soon as I'm done talking. And trust me, you're gonna wanna.